Hey there, welcome back to my craft room. I'm Sabrina, and today I am going to jump into Cricut Design Space and make a super simple design for a t-shirt for my husband for Father's Day. And I think this would be a great idea even for a mom or a teacher or anyone really. And so if you just do like teacher or dad or mom, or maybe even someone's name, and then utilize the same concept I do for each of the letters in the word dad, but then you utilize that for each of the letters in the whatever word you have on your shirt. I think it would be great. My husband is a huge musician, so we're utilizing elements of music. But if someone was a big hiker or a camper, there's lots of elements that could also be incorporated that way. So really, I hope you find inspiration in this video and in really diving into Cricut Design Space and kind of creating your own and really creating some personalized designs for yourself. So without further ado, let's jump into Cricut Design Space. So don't go anywhere. Let's get you inspired. So we're in the homepage of Cricut Design Space, and we're gonna make a very simple design today for Father's Day. I'm going to put on a shirt for my husband. So I'm just going to quickly just go over to Canvas, and I'm going to create a text box, and I'm going to just type in, move this over here. I'm going to just type in dad in all caps like that. So here we have this. This is absolutely one of my favorite fonts right now. It just is. so so I'm going to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this width be about 9 inches, because that's probably about how long of a word I want it to be at a minimum. Plus it makes it nice and big for me to be able to work with it, and then I can resize it when it comes time to resizing. Okay, so, but I'm kind of thinking that I want it to be a little bit thicker. I want it to be a little bit bolder. So let me show you how to do that. If you want a font to be a little bit thicker, but you don't know how to do that, we're going to just add an offset. So I'm going to click on it here. I'm going to go up to offset. And right now it'll automatically do a curved corner and 0.25. Automatically, that's what it does. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit apply. Okay, so this is the offset. So a lot of times people will use offset because they'll do two different colors here. One color, right, like the black and then the gray on top of that. But what I want to do is I want to take this gray away and just have this left over for dad. Now, I don't like that the D and the A are attached. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to take this again, and I'm going to go back up to offset. And then I'm going to click in this little box right here, and I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. Then I'm going to hit tab. And now it's applying the 0.2, and you can see how it kind of changed out here. It's still kind of, the offset is going to connect these two letters. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to squeeze this offset down. I'm going to click on it and just drag it until those two don't meet. Okay, so you can see it still adds a little bit of depth, adds a little bit of bulk to the lettering here, but I'll go ahead and hit apply. But it makes sure that these two letters don't connect. So if we put them side by side, you can still very well see that this says dad. It's just a little bit thicker. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this, and we're going to work with this. Okay, so I'm going to go, I want the inside of these letters to not be its traditional shape. I'm going to utilize some of my husband's hobbies as to create that shape inside of these letters. So first what I need to do is I need to go into shapes, and I'm going to grab a circle, and I'm going to make it just big enough to cover, so there's no inside of the D left. I don't know if there's like a specific name for that part of the letter. I have no idea, but I'm going to remove that. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight both of those. So the word dad and that circle. And I'm going to head down over here to where it says combine. Now we're going to hit unite. So you can see that unite will make the two shapes into one shape. Subtract will take one of the shapes away. Intersect will be, you'll only have the shape of the intersection of them left, and the opposite of that is exclude. So we're going to hit unite. Now the middle part of the D is gone, which is exactly what I want. And so I'm just going to do that again with the A. Again, I'm going to get a circle, probably needs to be a little bit smaller, bigger than that. And I just want to be mindful that the circle isn't creating anything on the edge here, that edge is still, oops. See, okay, so if I put it there and I unite this, we're going to have this A isn't going to be straight down anymore. It's going to have this little bump in it, and I don't want that. So let's put that there. So we still have all the straight edges of the outside of the letter, which is good. And I'm just going to then highlight again, go to combine and unite. Okay, and I'm going to do it again here. And go this way. And just barely, you can tell I did not. Okay. And then combine and unite again. Okay, so now we have this dad with no distinctive interior like holes, or I don't know what to call it. Whatever that is inside of a letter when you draw around it. I don't know what that's called. Always need coffee. Coffee is always an essential, right? Okay, so okay, so we have that. That's the basic. That's going to be like kind of our backdrop. Now I'm going to go into images here. Okay, and I'm going to go my last what do you call it? Search is right here. So I did. Let's try this. Come on. Okay, I'm going to X out to make my search go away. And I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to put drums. Because my husband is a drummer, he's a guitar player, he also sings. Ooh, a microphone would be nice. Okay. I'll try and remember that for her. Yeah. Okay, so we want something that's simple. So I'm gonna actually come back in here and put simple. Because we don't want too much detail, because it's just gonna be the interior of a letter that's gonna be on a shirt. So if we make it too detailed, either the details will get lost because it'll be too small, or it's going to be just uncomfortable to weed. It's going to be too much to weed. This guy's kind of cute. That's like a full drum set. That's kind of cool. I don't know which one would look better, that one or that one. This bass drum has the little detail there, but again, I don't want super amounts of detail because again, it's going to go as the center of the shirt here. I don't know. I think this guy's cute, but I also think it might be too simple, like just so let's keep looking here. Okay. I do like this. I like this. So let's do this one. And then I just click on it and I add to canvas. Now I am a Cricut Access member. I'm in here using my Cricut all the time. I am mostly a vinyl crafter. I don't have a sublimation printer or anything like that. So I don't know, it makes sense for me. It doesn't make sense for everybody, but let's see if I do click this button here in the filters and say free. Let's see what I get. Let's try and do this with just free graphics. So that's actually this isn't so bad. I'm going to click on that. So do you see how it's just sort of adding things to my down here? So all of these will go into the canvas all at the same time. Okay. I might be able to get all of these done. Okay, so there's a guitar. That might be good. I'm going to add that to my canvas. I kind of like these music notes. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm also going to search a simple microphone. I hope I spelled that correctly. And it's still filtered here as just the free ones. So there are a couple of microphones. Trying to decide. I think I want it without the this, and I think this will work. So I'm going to go ahead and select that as well. And I'm going to go down here. I have 5 different images selected down here, and I'm just going to go ahead and say add to canvas. Okay, so they all came into the canvas, all bunched together. So now you just need to click anywhere else in your screen, and now they're not connected. So we have our microphone, we have some music notes, we have a guitar, and then we have a drum set. A couple drum sets to choose from. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with I might go with this one. I don't know. We'll see. So, but here's the thing. I like all of these. Oh man. The music notes are pretty cool though. Let's look at what the music notes look like. Let's put them on a D. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make these music notes a different color so I can actually see what I'm doing. So right now they're black and the dad is black. So I'm going to go ahead and change the music notes to be white. So I'm putting them on top of the D there. And there's not a lot of bulk to the actual image itself. So I think that when I do what I want to do, this is really what it's going to look like. And I like it. I actually think that I'm going to run into the same issue with this guitar. Okay, I'm going to make this white as well, just for fun. So let's see if I can try and explain the difference. Do you see how there's more kind of white space in this microphone? I'm going to move this so it's not so. In this microphone, so it's more of like an actual interior part of the letter. So I think what I'm going to do, yeah, that's why I think I like this, because then if I do this is white, make that smaller but bigger. So that's kind of what it would look like. I almost think I need. Let's go back and look at images really quick and look for a simple. Okay, close that. I'm just going to do music. Free. All free music. Okay. So I think maybe even something like that might be better. Okay, I'm gonna add that to Canvas. Because, so if you see this A, it just has the outline of the guitar, which is great, which is fine, but I kind of want more, you know what I might have to do is move that there. Like that, because these are going to be kind of this, I can orientate, is that a word? Orientate them the same. So then they're both, because they're both kind of the same shape, like rectangular. Okay, so I'm going to delete these things. Okay, so that's kind of how the shirt is going to end up looking for the shirt, but the design, which I'm okay with. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to move these out of the way, because in my next thing I'm going to do, I can only do it with 2 different elements. So I'm going to highlight, we have the dad, and then we have the guitar. So I'm going to highlight both of those things, so they're both highlighted, and I'm going to go, and you can tell that they're both highlighted over here. You can see that the guitar is highlighted, and then the Unite basic cut of dad is highlighted as well. So you can come down here and go combine, and I'm going to subtract. So now there isn't 2 images there, it's just 1 image, and we subtracted the guitar shape out of the D. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Bring front. Whoa, no thanks. Cricut Design Space crashed on me. Has that ever happened to you? No? Just me? Sure. Okay, so anyways, I think that's also a lesson in save your work. Come up here, hit the save button, save as. I've already saved this now as dad music. So now I can save it as and have a whole other file if I made a bunch of edits that I didn't necessarily want to save. But anyways, I went back in and I did the same thing. My dad font that I liked, I made it a little bit thicker. I found some images that I liked. The drums stayed the same. I put a vinyl record here because he's also into vinyl. And so instead of a microphone, and then I found a guitar that I liked a little bit better. But with that being said, this is going to be really tough to weed because look at these tiny, tiny, tiny things right here. But that's fine. My husband's worth it. So, but this was a free image. I can't remember if this was a free image, but I know for sure this guitar was not. So, If you go back to the beginning of this video, those images that we were using were all free images. Again, I am a Cricut Access member, so I am going to utilize that membership and grab what I can when I can. So, okay, this is done. And I just subtracted each of those out of there. And now we have this great design to put on a t-shirt for my husband.